Hey guys, what's up? It's Sarah here from the video, and yeah, so if I start coughing, it sounds awful. I am so sorry, and the audio is bad. I apologize when you hear talking. The background, that is my brother, and if you hear like pounding, that is my dad putting up Christmas lights because I'm busy and have life. Don't worry, guys, I'm okay. The reason why I didn't make this video is I've been sick this entire week, and I've finally been better, and so yeah. So RWBY Volume 7, Episode 7. This episode. And I'm just like, oh my god. So, oh my god, like, history is going to repeat itself. This is just, this poor series. Poor Penny. And we find out something that Penny's father used a part of his own aura to create Penny, and each time he's had to rebuild her, it's taking a part of him with him. And meaning his health is declining and that he could possibly die in the future if he has to reprogram her again. Sorry, guys. But, yeah, and I'm just thinking to myself, what? It was shocking because you can't. Penny's the first robot to have aura, but the aura has to come from somebody. You can't make artificial aura. It comes from her father, and the sacrifices parents have to make for their children sometimes is on that level, and really that is happening. But yeah, I just want to talk about Penny. Penny's heart. People want her to be deactivated. The people in Mantle. My Penny, oh little Penny, no, I can't lose Penny. We can't lose Penny again. No. I do enjoy Penny. Sorry, guys. But if I just die in the background, no big deal. But the reason why I have to keep my voice pretty monotoned because I can't do anything to it because it's just going to sound awful. So, also, oh, Blake and Blake. I love Bumblebee so much. But you'll bring it to the point it could destroy this entire team. And the point with Robin is the reason why Iron Man wants her in custody is because she's kind of at this point breaking the law. And we find out what Robin's semblance is, and she can. And it explains why Clover wouldn't grab her hand earlier in the volume. It's because that sorry guys. About because they don't want her knowing about the truth about Amity Tower or anything else. And Blake and Yang, I know, the big say, oh, it's for the greater good, like everything that they're doing, it's supposed to help everybody. And Blake and Yang question it. I'm like, what are we really supposed to do? And they really just wanted to see Robin's perspective, and they're in Robin's perspective. They kind of see her way through it too, because they've been lied to. Robin's in the dark as everyone else is. Iron has chosen to do that for everyone's safety. So like Grimm and just all this is going to happen when Iron decides to tell the truth. That's why they need to get Amity Tower up, so all the kingdoms can communicate it, so we don't become all disconnected. That is Ironwood's whole big point with doing this. Sorry. But, yeah, and it's just this big explosion. I mean, it's and things. So it was a big deal for Blake. Was really the one who really wanted to do this. Let's not go with a plan. Let's do our own thing and talk to Robin, get Robin involved, but who lost the election. Yeah, I want to talk about that. Yeah, it's a very, very bad think that Jacquees is on the council. It's a very bad thing. Because one, he has power. He's got power, and it's dangerous when a man like Jacquees gets power, because he's going to use it to his advantage. When I mean something by this, I mean it like in a way that he's going to get what he wants, and Atlas is going to be the one run the way you want, and he can do. And when the one who said they were invited to dinner, I mean, all of Team RWBY, or like the whole gang. So yeah, sorry, I'm back. Sorry, guys. Oh, God, that was disgusting. So yeah, back to Jacquees. This whole dinner thing is probably next episode, which is gonna be Saturday, which is tomorrow, which I'll probably get it out to you as soon as possible. It's going to be a nightmare. I'm very highly worried. There's no preview for it. I don't want to know. I don't want to see peeks or leaks, cause I'm kind of scared. Because Weiss, I'm not worried about Winter. Winter can take care of herself. But this also, I kind of see the same. Could the whole like way things are going could change? The things are going to change drastically. Between the decision Blake and Yang made to choose to kind of betray but not betray everybody, just gonna do things their own way and do what they think's right. You know, that's always good in a time of crisis, right? Especially in RWBY. I miss Volume 4. If you guys don't know, I'm probably one of the other fans that really loved Volume 4 and appreciated it. Then again, I really just loved watching Team Ranger do their thing. So it was really cool. I miss those days. I usually go back and watch that volume, but that was probably my favorite volume. One of my favorites. So you guys have to hear me cough this entire video. I'm so sorry. But yeah, it's terrifying. Very terrifying. I'm not, okay, like I said, I'm not worried about Winter. Generally, when he's worried, Oscar, oh, that whole scene out. Oscar. I hate to think about that he's probably going to end up becoming Ozpin. Breaks my heart. I'm not the only one who gets heartbroken in the series about it. I'm not the only fan who's I think sometimes as fans, we forget that this is, like, Oscar's fate. I'm not doing face cam, so quote-unquote fate. Like, the quotient fingers fate. I have a theory kind of how Oscar won't become Ozpin. It's a really crazy theory, but it could happen because of the way things are going in the RWBY series. You never know. But, yeah, I'm concerned for Weiss, because we all know how Jacquees is around Weiss. And he's trying to guilt trip Weiss with her mother. We might actually get to meet her mother. Who knows? We get to meet Willow Sheen, hopefully. I'm afraid of what RWBY. It's just, I'm worried what might happen. Because you never know with, like, RWBY and the rest of them. There's all of them like all protection squad on Weiss. But I'm going to take a step aside and kind of talk about RWBY for a moment. Just, RWBY herself has not been... She's in a situation that is very difficult. And it's when you're a leader, when you have to make this decision for everybody. You're everyone's voice, and RWBY understands that. She is the leader of Team RWBY. She is actually also the youngest member in Team RWBY. we have to understand, RWBY is like 17 at this point, and the rest of them, RWBY, it may seem RWBY is the same age as everyone else, but she's not. She's younger. Oscar's younger too, but about RWBY's had to take this burden and take all the responsibilities and take all the faults and blames, and so when she probably finds out what Blake and Yang did, it's going to crush her and she's going to have to deal with it. And the whole Penny situation is beating her up like no tomorrow. She's like sucker punching her right in the gut. And she's just fighting between her love for Penny as a friend and what she needs to do as a leader. She wants to keep Penny safe, but for how long? And for that, she knows Tyrion is here in Atlas, and he's dangerous, and he's on this killing spree, and we need to figure out how to find him and figure out what, she has to do all this. On top of it, she's gonna have to go to dinner with Weiss's dad. Yeah, that's. And I loved how, like, Weiss stayed by RWBY. Said, okay, I might ship White Rose a little too much. A little bit. Come on, my girls. Come on, Team RWBY. But, so. Yeah. Now I want to talk about Jen Ironwood and Oscar. That scene they were in is very important to understand because Oscar is not Ozpin. And Jen Ironwood wants to see him as Ozpin. He doesn't want to see him for Oscar Pine, this boy who is becoming someone very important later on. He's not just Ozpin's reincarnation. He's a person too, like RWBY said back in Volume 6. He can be his own person despite his situation. And we remember back in like Volume 5, the whole Oscar journey, and was also Volume 4? I forget. But around that area, we see Oscar grow from the boy who was in complete denial of any of this to a point where this is his normal. And Oscar is starting to take the real big leadership steps. Not really leadership steps, but really he wants to change his fate, almost. And he's warning General Iron to be careful because what he could do could destroy, it could become this big mass explosion that Salem wants to happen. And I feel like Oscar's going to be very important really soon in the series because he's going to be the one who can guide. Not because he's getting all of Ozpin's memories and will become Ozpin. For now, as if we're going straight on this path. Like, so he will become Ozpin. And with this, it's really, I don't want to see that. I actually want to see, I honestly want RWBY to have a very happy end. Like, when I mean happy ending for RWBY, I don't mean like sunshine and rainbows. I mean, let Salem and Ozpin's souls rest in peace. Let them find a peace so they can move on. And then Oscar can be Oscar, and no one has to suffer anymore. But with Salem, like Jeremiah said, Salem must be stopped. That is the most important thing, is it? Like Oscar, there are more important things than just defeating Salem. I think Jeremiah has not found that importance yet. As for RWBY, she is struggling what is more important than it. Blake and Yang are starting to see they are both important to each other very much. And it does, the whole Salem, the whole enemy tower, the whole Atlas situation isn't as important as they thought, as big of an issue. Because Blake and Yang, despite what has happened, they're still rebuilding their relationship. They are, and they're becoming very close and together. And so, but for RWBY, the struggle to be she's not the same same Ruby Rose that we met back in volume 1. She has grown up so much, and her character keeps developing. She keeps making decisions RWBY a couple volumes back wouldn't have made. RWBY was all about telling the truth and being honest, and she has this pure and wonderful personality. Now we see someone who's changed completely. She's grown up. She's learning what this world is, and she's going to have to make sacrifices and choices that she does not want to make, but she has to make. Because RWBY sees there are more important things in this world besides defeating Salem. She thought she knew it all. I'm going to say RWBY thought everything was all about the Grimm. We need to stop the Grimm. Yeah, she knew about Salem, but she didn't know Salem couldn't technically be defeated. Technically can't be defeated by Ozpin. Maybe those silver eyes. I'm calling it freaking. It's gonna be RWBY's gonna be like the ultimate like heroine in the series. But and I think Weiss is now finding her purpose. And it's just this volume is really understanding and finding things and just learning. They know the reality of their situation, but they also are learning there's something more important than defeating Salem. And make sure Empty Tower gets up. Make sure all the relics get back. Make sure we secure all the maidens. And all of that. There has to be something more. What comes after is the question at this point. What do we do? No one's thought about what are they going to do after they defeat Salem, because they don't know if it's it's at this point if we can defeat Salem. But at this point too, it's about what's more important to protect. Ourselves, each other, the whole world. It's a big question, a question that each and every one of the characters in RWBY will answer for themselves. And hopefully they answer it soon. That's kind of how I see like this episode really reflecting on our choices and what we see is important. Because we all have opinions. We all see the world in our own eyes. And RWBY has clearly shown people have seen the world in very, very different perspectives. And so hopefully we can see what happens and Daddy Schnee inviting anyone to dinner. That is a disaster waiting to happen. I'm trying to see if I want to see the first one who actually wants to literally try to kill Jock Schnee. I want to say RWBY, but right now that would just be a little out of character. But you never know with RWBY. She could whip out Kristen Rose and things could change. But then you got Blake and Yang over here, like, yeah, we're just gonna be like, yeah, just them. And we're in Nora, we'll just see how that ends. We all know that we just get married already. Okay, I'm just waiting. I'm sorry. But anyways, guys, that's it for my review. And thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you made it to this video, make sure you hit the like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. And also don't forget to comment. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!